What's up, guys? How is everybody doing? It is our podcast numero 31. We're up to 31. Can you believe
31,
that?
Yes.
Holy
I love that
moly.
age. That's the age I got pregnant. Or did I have polyps?
I'm not sure. Pollux is 11 years old. How old are you now?
I'm going to be 42.
There you
I was 31.
Yep.
When I became a mom.
Miami-Dade's in big trouble.
Is Miami-Dade in big trouble or the people that are inflicting pain in big trouble?
I don't know, but the school did not start off the way it was supposed to start. It started off very differently. It started off, I don't think people expected it to start off that way. We started our camp, our back to school camp.
That's right. I didn't have any expectation.
You didn't have an expectation?
I knew we were going to have trouble logging on.
Yeah, because there's always trouble logging on. Even before, when kids used to do their after school with us, we would have sometimes a hard time trying to log in with the kids, right?
Yeah, but it was mostly like last year with Pollex, with PJ, that we had to log in. So I kind of understood. If it was bad then, I figured we were gonna have a hard time this time too.
What do you think? You think the kids are enjoying it?
No.
Do you think the teachers are enjoying it?
No, only those who get very excited when they don't have to teach.
What do you mean by that?
Well, if you can't log in, you don't have to teach. You get to chill and hang out and drink some mimosa.
So has it been only the teachers who haven't been able to log in, or
it's been everybody?
Everybody?
It's been teachers, kids, parents, everybody. And then the thing is that they'll be logged in and all of a sudden it logs them out. So they have to re-log in.
So I just saw
It's weird.
A news conference from the school superintendent, and he said that the Miami-Dade school system was hacked, and somehow they infiltrated the system and they managed for it to crash. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
but the FBI is now involved.
Call me devil's advocate.
Okay.
But I don't believe that story. I think they invested way too much money into a system that's not working.
Well, can we give them the benefit of the doubt? It's only been 2 days.
Sure. Don't you think they should have given us more time to practice, and maybe we should have been already logging in since last week?
They did start school a week late. They actually started school 2 weeks late, because since last year, before this whole coronavirus started, we were expecting to have 11 weeks of summer here in Miami-Dade. And now we got 12 weeks because they extended the back to school date a whole week. So they had 2 extra weeks technically that they already knew of. They could have set up a little bit better. They could have done some training to the teachers. I think some of these poor teachers, they didn't get a chance to actually learn the system, or at least be able to learn how to troubleshoot certain issues that may have arose.
That's right.
Teachers not learning.
And they're teaching.
No, but they're not learning. Why weren't they learning? I'm not saying none of them were learning, but I saw a lot of confusion. I saw some teachers even taking their classes via Zoom. Going straight to Zoom.
Yeah, a lot of kids, a lot of people did that. And then Zoom started crashing.
I didn't hear about that. I just knew that the school program that they use for Miami-Dade schools was the one crashing, right?
When we went to Zoom and tried to join on Zoom, Zoom had some issues too.
Really?
Yeah. It was a little bit of a hard day today. It started off amazing, and then it just, like, after an hour or two, it's tough. It's hard. It's a hard process because the kids literally have to log into this platform. Sometimes they have to log in about 25 times before the platform even grabs. Wow. And sometimes you get in, but then you still can't access the other platform because it goes from the Miami-Dade, so it goes from DadeSchools.net. And then that opens up a page. And that page, you're supposed to click in student, log in, and then it's supposed to take you to your next page, which I think it's Clever. And then on Clever, you're able to see what your classes are, and then you have to click on the classes, and then it tells you to come in, just like Zoom. It confirms your entrance, make sure that your
part of that class,
your camera and your voice is working. If not, it'll tell you, and then you have to load them. And then you put confirm, and then they go into a class that's like a Zoom class. So it looks like Zoom, but it's not Zoom. Okay. So then from there they're able to take class. But the thing is that then they make them log out and then log in 30 minutes later for the next class. So it was already hard to get them on. Now they're on, they do the lesson, they get taken off because it's time for the next class 30 minutes later, and it's hard now. You have to do another 20 minutes of logging in. So it's like
the class is only what, 10 minutes? About?
Yeah.
Before they have to log back off in order to get ready for the next class?
Yeah. So
it's a total mess.
By the time they log in, they've already wasted 5 to 10 minutes trying to log in.
Trying to figure out who's been logged in and who hasn't logged in. Trying to figure out if then you told me that there were also wrong times on the schedule.
So for example, our son, he goes to school. His school said it started.
He does go to school.
His school said it started at 11. So
a.m.
Yeah, so we're in this meeting room, the clever meeting room, and we're waiting, or the K-12.
On his schedule, it says class starts from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
So I call the school.
That's right.
And I speak to someone, and then that person didn't have the teacher's name, email address, or a number that I could reach her at so I could see what's going on and if we can sign in through something else. So technically, that was mistake number 1. Then mistake number 2 is having us parents log into a platform and then stay there like morons trying to figure out why it's not either allowing them in or why the teacher's not there.
And the other funny thing is that now the kids have to be patient. And how patient are kids to just sit there in front of them? Now they're used to this fast-paced world where they have an iPhone, they have computers, they have iPads, they have TV, where they can access information fast and it's readily available. You have Netflix, boom, movie comes on, there's no delay. You have a game that you want to play in Fortnite or Minecraft or Brawlhalla or Roblox, it loads immediately. Now you're gonna tell children who don't really want to be in school, especially not virtual school, that now they have to wait and they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
That's rough.
That's rough because now you're giving a child an excuse of not like. It's like the first impression for them now sucks. They didn't really want to go to virtual school and now they have to wait to do something they really don't want to do. It's like at least on a roller coaster line, you can stand on line and you know you're going to get about a 30 seconds of excitement, right? A lot of excitement. So you're willing to wait a 2-hour wait sometimes in these lines. Maybe not now since the coronavirus came around.
And do you have to wear your mask when you go on the roller coasters?
I think. I don't know. I haven't been to any parks. I have not been to any parks. But with this, now you have to tell the kids, listen, you have to wait. You have to wait and see, and you have to wait, make sure your teacher's able to log in, and you can't do anything else because if you leave your seat, because you're just bored of waiting there for 10 minutes, and the teacher does come back in, they're gonna blame you.
That's right.
You're making chocolate cake,
I'm making chocolate cake. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna take it out.
So the timer just went off, and she's gonna go. So you have a child that doesn't want to go to class, especially virtual class, like I was just telling you guys. And now they have to wait. And if they decide to leave for for just 2 minutes because they got tired of just waiting and looking into the screen and just waiting for the teacher to come in, and the teacher does happen to come in, now are they going to mark them late? Are they going to mark them absent? Are they going to get in trouble because they were not here? Oh, there goes the chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
Is it chocolate cake?
Yes, it is.
Right, very good. We got chocolate cake coming up later. All right. What were we talking about healthy eating the other day?
We were
on our last podcast where we said staying away from the carbs and stuff like that.
We did talk about it, but that's healthy. It's made out of almond flour.
Almond flour.
It's made out of coconut oil. It's made out of eggs. It's made with milk, organic milk. It's made with real cocoa, so real chocolate. Right. It's made with vanilla bean extract, and that's all healthy.
Very good. All right, so we're gonna have some chocolate cake later.
We are.
Very good.
Cocoa brings up your magnesium. But anyways, we were talking about. You asked me a question before I had to go, and I wanted to answer it because it was important about the kids not. Oh, did you tell them that if the kids are not sitting and the teacher looks at the camera and she doesn't see them there, she marks them as a bad thing, and that's gonna go towards their conduct? So that means that if they had to sit there trying to log in, and like he just explained, these kids are very impatient because they're so used to getting fast and absorbing information so fast that making them wait is an insult.
It's an insult. It really is.
It's like, did you just spit in my face?
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you, the viewer, or if you're listening to us in our podcast, or you're watching us right now on YouTube, if this video took too long to load, how long are you willing to wait for your favorite video or your favorite song before you restart the whole app or refresh the whole video? Like, how long is it going to take me? What, 10 seconds? 5 seconds?
I say 3.
I say about 3 seconds.
If at 3 seconds my Pandora hasn't turned on, I shift it up.
We might have to switch from Pandora
to what?
To Spotify.
Oh, because of
my boy Joe Rogan just started his Spotify podcast over in Spotify.
So Spotify is like Pandora.
Yes.
So let's try it out. I don't care.
But I think you're able to create playlists of songs so you can hear the same songs you want certain times. Like with Pandora, you can't do that. I think unless you get premium.
Oh, yeah, you do have to get premium.
But then you can create some playlists, and you can create some songs where, you know, you got your workout songs, or you have your meditation songs, or you have your working songs.
Oh, so you can pick them.
Yeah, and then you can put them in a playlist.
Oh, because that's not how Pandora is.
I know, that's what I just said.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
But then I wonder if Pandora's gonna catch up.
Well, I don't know if you can do that with Pandora Premium.
Oh, yeah, but which is premium? So there's
a higher one.
Yeah, but we were paying for the higher one.
We weren't paying for the higher one.
We're paying $4.99 a month.
We just got the regular one.
Yeah, but I heard we didn't hear commercials.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so then there's a higher one.
There's a higher, yeah.
And how much is that?
I don't know. I think like $14 or $19.99.
And how much is Spotify?
I don't know, like $12.99.
Well, $12.99 wins. Ding 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 ding.
And I think our subscription to Pandora is up pretty soon.
I took it off already.
Took it off?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So I guess we're gonna be switching over to Spotify soon, and getting our Spotify is the way to go. I think Pandora is the old man station.
So Pandora is MySpace.
There we go.
And Spotify is Facebook.
Yeah.
Got it.
There you go.
Got it.
I think that's how it works. I'm not too sure, but
what was before MySpace?
I think MySpace was the first one. America Online. Chat rooms.
Damn, that's like a dinosaur.
Yeah. I think
that's how you and I met.
That's how you and I met, through an America Online chat room. And I think that was the previous to MySpace. No, you know what was the before that? Which we were talking about the other day. Remember the party line? Back in the days when you used to call in and people would be there just talking, and you just go in there to meet people and stuff. Remember, I used to go into those things when I was a teenager. And I think that's when people first started talking to each other, kind of in a setting where they really didn't know many people, you know, in these chat rooms. And now MySpace came around where you can actually see the people's pictures, and then Facebook, and then Instagram, and then Twitter.
All these freaking online social sites have created a lot of divorces and a lot of marriages.
Yeah, well, we got married from there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Both.
Yeah. I mean, both.
Well,
you haven't got a divorce?
I mean, both situations.
It's yeah.
No, me and you haven't gotten divorced. I hope you're not planning to kick me to the curb.
What is she talking about? Both.
All right.
So what do you think the school thing is helping you out with? Like, has it helped you out? Like, what could you do to make it better?
Well, if I was a teacher, I would, or if I could recommend something to teachers, I would say have all the parents on one same platform. Like, for example, Remind is used often, and some teachers want to go all out and use something completely different. And if everybody else is using Remind, just use it. It's easier for the people that are giving help to the parents, because if they have multiple kids, they're all on Remind. Right? And then in teachers, if you're in different classrooms, and like for example middle school and high school, then please go to Remind and everybody on the same one, because then you can just stay on one app rather than having to go from one app to the next to see what is it that your child is doing in the next class. That's number one. Number two, I would love, oh my God, if I can get a list of the schedule. I know you told me that we can get that online, but why not have a visual so you could compare, so if you're not where you're supposed to be, there's something telling you you're not there.
Now, are you talking from a parent standpoint, or are you talking from a camp owner
Both.
standpoint? Okay.
Both. And make sure you put correct times. Like today we were talking about that, but we never finished. And we were talking about how I called the school at 11 and they're telling me that it starts at 11:20, but yet on his schedule it's at 11. So it's like they made it seem like I'm an idiot. Duh, today's the B schedule. Duh, I didn't know. First time in the school, you can be more, empathetic and explain. How am I supposed to know it was the B schedule? It doesn't say it anywhere. But if I would have gotten a syllabus in the beginning, or on an online syllabus,
there's gonna be a schedule for the week.
Yeah, and I know all the kids now a care provider, because that's what we're doing as an educator right now, because I have to sit down and do math work with some of the kids, especially the 5th graders. Anyways, we'll get to that. So also I can actually have a copy of that and I can see what kids need to be in what classes, because it's really frustrating. A parent needs to go to work and they're leaving them in my care so that I can help them out and get them to where they need to be. But if I don't know what the next step is, and if they can't log in, and if all this crap is happening, then the poor child is going to either miss out on the class, or the parent's going to think it's me. And thankfully, our parents are very kind and they haven't said anything. Hey, Sensei, what's going on? No, they're like, man, we understand.
I assume they've watched the news and they've seen, it's been on the news that it's been total mayhem for kids trying to log in, and for parents trying to log in, and for teachers trying to log in. And now Carvalho came out and said there was an actual attack, a cyber attack on the Miami-Dade. So it's impossible now for anybody to blame a caretaker.
Yeah, but you know what ended up happening? One of the kids in our camp, the teacher told him she wasn't going to count his attendance. I told the mom, I said, we have pictures of when he was trying to log in and we couldn't log him in. You sent them to the teacher. And she said no, if he didn't log into the system, even he finished the work and everything. He did everything.
Yeah.
And she still said no.
She still said no.
I said, you need to talk to the principal. She goes, no, I don't want to get on the teacher's bad nerves. Why should a parent feel that? And this parent, I know some people be like, yeah, I bet you no, this parent, she's mad sweet.
She's sweet?
Yeah. There's not a mean bone in that woman's body. Seriously, even when like the roof is falling on her head, she's even patient with her ex-husband. I told her, why don't you put them, because her ex-husband works for a private school, and when you work for a private school as a teacher, you can actually put your kids in. I think that's the policy in the majority of the public schools.
I would say yes.
But the father doesn't feel like the kids will be able to enjoy something without being maybe bullied, because they're not in the same economical income or economical situation. So they don't want, he didn't want them to feel bad. But these kids are incredible. But and he won't put them in a different school that's closer to mom to help her out, where she's actually in a better district for the schools, and he won't do that either because he doesn't want to drive. So that's tough.
It's tough. It is tough. It's tough sometimes for parents like that. But
I don't know how I got into that.
But the teacher is giving no. Are parents finding out how teachers really teach in school?
Yeah, they're not too nice.
They're not too nice?
Some of them are mean. Some of them are really good.
Some of them are really good. Like you just met up with a teacher of yours, right?
Yeah, Mrs. Davis. Oh,
maybe she watches the podcast.
My 2nd grade teacher. She is so cool.
Yeah.
She helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
You want me to tell the story?
So there's good teachers, and then there's
heck, it is good teachers.
But then there's these teachers that I don't know. They just are not very willing to help sometimes.
And you know what the problem is, teachers, is that you leave a very big impression on children. At that age, they believe that all adults know what's right and wrong.
Maybe a lot of teachers see it as a babysitting gig. with just a little bit harder work because they have to go ahead and actually teach. But some of the stuff we've seen right now is they're teaching for 30 minutes and then they're getting a 30-minute break.
Yeah, that's how. So if they start at 8:30, at 9 o'clock they get off. They get back at 9:30. Then they get off at 10, and then they go back at and sometimes the breaks are even bigger, 4 hours. No, I'm sorry, an hour. So it's not.
Well, let's give them the benefit of that. It's the first week. Let's see what happens the second week.
But we should still get syllabuses, so that we could confirm times and also what chapters need to get done for that week.
In case there's
this that's going on.
There's mayhem or the internet goes down, because a child's internet may go down now. People have to take account of for that. Just a couple of days ago, one of my next door neighbors went in his backyard. He dug up a cable, and it happened to be our internet cable, and we had no internet for 2 days. Now, should my son be liable for that? Because
No.
my neighbor did that, and I couldn't get internet for 2 days. That's why they should know what they have to read every single day. So now you have to take into that account. You can't blame the child. Let's say the parent. There's irresponsible parents out there.
Of course.
Right? Let's say a parent doesn't pay their cable bill, which I doubt it, because they're going to want internet. But
That's true.
they want to be on the social media, right? But let's say they forget to pay it, or they ain't have the money to pay it right now, especially in these times, and they have no internet. Are you going to blame the child now? Is the child going to fail because of what the parent is doing?
Can I tell you what teachers will do?
Tell me.
Fail them.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are they going to fail him for that?
Yeah, because she told them if he keeps getting absences that he was gonna get in trouble. And I told her, how can you get in trouble when you're logged in? We logged in every single day. We've logged in. Now, if he can't get on that Zoom call or on that Connect, that K-12, that's not his fault. And at least for the first week, they shouldn't be counting attendance. Especially if the kids can't get on.
And have the kids practiced how to log on?
We all practiced Monday morning. Even you.
Yeah.
Well, we logged into his account. We saw his classes. Yeah. I'm assuming all the parents that take our kids as well. But it's not it's not an easy task for the parents. It's not an easy task for the people that are giving care, helping out these parents that have to work. And it's not fair for the teachers, because I'm assuming the teachers are getting frustrated too. That's got to be frustrating. You're going to be behind on your lessons.
Kids are going to be behind. Now, let me ask you a question. What have you seen? Have you seen the kids being able to focus virtually?
Pollock, our son has. And our kids over there, yeah. They watch.
They watch the class.
Yeah.
How about interaction? Are they interacting with the kids?
Yeah, they do through the chat.
Yeah.
They all talk to each other.
With the kids or with the teacher?
Oh no, the teacher talks to them.
Yeah.
They unmute themselves, they speak, whatever.
Okay, good. All right, so they're doing good with that. It's got to be different now.
Of course.
Everything virtually, I know we're probably going to try to teach a lot of teachers, and I include myself as a teacher since I teach martial arts. Is we can't try to teach the same way we taught when we were person to person, because now everything changes. Now you have to go ahead and reinvent the way you teach and make it interesting for children to be able to stay engaged. Because again, now you're not competing just against you and another kid who's talking in a classroom. Now you have other influences that are in his immediate the vicinity or where he's at, that's influencing the child to either not pay attention to you. And if you're boring in class, at least in class you can kind of play with your friend, but you're still in class. What about if the child decides to open up a brand new browser, and a brand new browser comes up and they just go on YouTube and start watching Minecraft videos, games? But since he's looking at the screen, when the teacher's looking at him through the camera,
she doesn't know.
She doesn't know if he's there or not. He could be watching something else.
Unless he's talking to her. Unless she's talking to him.
Unless
he's
she's
not
talking
answering.
to him. Yeah, then he's not answering. Then he messed up. He's gonna get in trouble. He or she's gonna get in trouble. But yeah, it's you have the most. They're on their most, and a lot of times, a lot of these kids are on their most used item, because that's more or less how they're doing their classes. They're either doing it on a computer, on an iPad. Can you do it on an iPad? You can do it on an iPad or on a tablet.
iPad, iPhone, tablet, touchscreen.
Most likely they're doing that. So a kid is already used to doing this, right, on the phone or on the tablet. And all of a sudden, wait a minute. Usually on this, I have some fun. I'm gonna just switch the program over. Or I'm gonna open up a new browser on the computer. The first, it's gonna be tough, man. That's why how do you keep a child engaged on something they really don't want to do?
I feel so bad for them.
It's tough. This is going to be a tough year for everyone, and not just for them, but
they're going back
for
in
the
October.
teacher. Here in Miami-Dade, supposedly yes.
Yeah, they said that the first week of October that they're in.
They're in. Mm-hmm. Everybody.
That's what they said.
Or they're choosing who goes and goes.
That's a rumor. So I don't know, but I heard that they were thinking of opening up sooner.
I heard they were thinking about opening up sooner as well, because I don't think it's working out like they hoped it would work out. But if they do,
it would have worked out if they had their ducks in a row.
But if they do open up sooner, are they gonna mandate it for everyone to go back, even the people who are scared of going back?
No, I think what you said was right.
They're gonna offer a half virtual hybrid schooling. Now, is there going to be the same teacher teaching the in-person class as the virtual class? Well, because if it is, I tried that already. And teaching kids person to person and teaching them virtually is so freaking difficult, because your focus is going to go to the people that are live in front of you. And then you tend to forget about the people on the screen. And if you focus on the people on the screen, you're going to forget about the kids here. And most likely the screen is not going to be in front of you, blocking you from the kids who are in person. Usually you're going to have the kids on one side and you're going to be facing this way. But usually, since for the last 20 years, a lot of teachers, I'm talking about the 20-year veteran teachers, they're used to talking in front of a classroom. So for them to actually start moving side to side, it's going to take away.
I agree.
You know? And what about if unless she has a monitor that stands up, it's gonna be a big monitor.
That would be behind the classroom.
Yeah. And when she writes but what happens when she writes on the screen? Can the kids on the screen see it? Or when she writes on the screen, it appears on the computer and on the screen or on the whiteboard for the kids.
Or what they're gonna do is that they're gonna put everybody online, regardless, even if they're at school.
Even if they're in school.
So instead of them sitting watching her here,
they're watching her here, but she's there.
But she's right there.
And she just teaches virtually.
And that's exactly how she's gonna do it.
That's actually would make sense. That would actually make sense, because it's the only way. It's very hard. I mean, try talking to your friend. Try talking to your friend on the phone, FaceTime, and talking to another friend while you have them here live.
Yeah, you would have to put that friend next to the friend that's...
Forget about talking, because that can be done. Teach them.
Everybody has to go on FaceTime.
Everybody has to go on FaceTime to make it, yeah, you can't.
And he was telling me the other day, which made me laugh. We didn't talk about it, I don't think. But he was like, what's going to happen when these kids are back in class and they start making funky noises? Like,
because of the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those teachers are gonna go insane.
Yeah, because especially with boys, if in middle school and up, when they have their face mask and they have to keep their face mask on, one of them kids are gonna start making a funny noise, fart noises, whatever it is.
It already happened today.
And how are you gonna know who's doing it and who's not doing it? It's very easy to go.
It happened today, and you know what? That girl that makes fun of the kindergartners or the kiddos that go ahead and grab their mask and go like this. Well, it happened today. It hit me right now.
He hit you?
And he didn't